What's up, everybody? Thank you for clicking on this video. My name is Adam from Herosforsale. We are going to be talking about some of the opening day rosters and prospects that are going to be on those opening day rosters, as well as the most recent Bowman release. I'm interested to hear your thoughts on these products that are coming out. If you like the video, make sure you hit the like button. And if you are new, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. So news came out the other day that Anthony Volpe is going to be on the Yankees opening day roster, which means that 4 of the 5 top prospects in the MLB Top 100 are going to be on opening day rosters. I think potentially this means a couple things. I think it means that Series 2, we're probably going to see some of the short prints of these rookies. I think Volpe and Walker probably will have these short prints. I think Corbin Carroll has actually been one of the main people that, like, at the Topps Industry Summit, I believe, or the industry conference, Corbin Carroll was one of the players that Topps announced is going to be in Series 2. And then Gunnar Henderson actually, I think, is in Series 1, I'm pretty sure. So the only other prospect that isn't in this list is the Mets catcher, I believe, MLB Top 100 prospects. I want to make sure I got his name correct. Is Francisco Alvarez is the only player. He is the Mets catcher. It looks like he's going to be starting the season in AAA. So there's a potential that he could make a come up early on in the season. I guess it kind of depends on maybe the Mets season and how it's going. I could potentially see them just holding him out. I mean, we have seen over the past couple seasons, like Julio Rodriguez, we saw Luis Robert. We've seen a couple other players. Wander Franco is another example. Players get extensions early on in the season where then they get called up and the availability or the term within the MLB is eligibility, I think it is. They get an extra year of eligibility for that player if they bring them up after a certain date, because the way that it works in the MLB, it is a little bit, in my opinion, it's a little bit fugazi, because it's like if you play a certain amount of games you could play almost a full season. Like, you could be on the roster for more than half the season and that not even be considered your rookie year, which I don't love. And then even with Topps, Topps has a cutoff date, but I wish that they would I think that there's no way that they don't promote that cutoff date in the next upcoming years, because, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense for me to look at players that are coming up and getting the call up and playing almost half the season and winning rookies of the year. Like, Wander Franco was in the conversation for rookie of the year. I think he might have won it, but then he doesn't get a rookie card until the next year. So that doesn't make much sense to me. That's one thing that I actually hope Fanatics fixes. Is I hope they fix the baseball rookie card. I don't know if it's controversy or what you would call it necessarily, but I hope that they can fix the rookie card fiasco. It's not really necessarily fiasco, but I hope that they can fix sort of the baseball rookie card landscape in a way. That's what I hope. Because there is transparency in terms of they usually will announce the call-up logo versus the rookie card logo on the Topps Now card. But at the same time, I just feel like if you're playing almost half the season on the team, that you should just have a rookie card in that year. And it's maybe even the conversation that I've talked about where I wish that they would reduce the amount of flagship product that they came out with and maybe just release more of Series 1 and Series 2. And then just do Series 1 at the beginning of the baseball season, and then Series 2 or update or whatever they want to call it, I guess, if they were to make some sort of change, just come out with the rookies that weren't in Series 1, and don't do the short prints, because I think the short prints makes things a little bit confusing. Players, big names, have had short prints in Series 2, and then they get their full rookie card in Topps Update. I mean, even just last year, Julio Rodriguez, Bobby Witt, but you also have players like Vladimir Guerrero, who was in a short print in Series 2. You had Ronald Acuna, who was a short print in Series 2. And then their Topps Update rookie is their first official rookie. I don't know if I love that, because it almost feels like Topps flagship should just be more straightforward in terms of this is the rookie card, this is the card you want to pull. I feel like it would make more sense, and I feel like it would be easier for collectors to come in and want to buy the product. And I've talked about which cards you should be buying from this product. I would say it's probably going to be more numbered rookies, like the gold number to whatever the year is, and then either the gold refractor, which I think is hobby box only, and then the rainbow refractor, which has changed in terms of how many come within the packs recently. I think that's mainly because they increased the print run, so they're going to have to decrease the odds of how many of those cards come in packs. But that's kind of besides the point, like I said. But that means, I think, also the other thing that I'm looking forward to with this specific, the call-ups, all that kind of stuff, is what the prospect top 100 list is going to look like, which, I mean, I guess I'm really only interested in maybe the top 10, but what that top 10 list is going to look like after these players come off, like who I think that Jordan. I think that Drew Jones is probably going to be a top 5, like, in my opinion, like top 10 at least right now. He's number 15, but with 4 to 5 players coming off of this list, I mean, I could also see Marcelo Omeyer be, the top player on this list. I think he played in the spring, but Drew Jones, I think at some point over the next year or so, it might be next year, he might start as the number 1 prospect, which that's actually going to get me into the second part of this conversation, which actually is going to be Bowman. So something that Topps did with this year's Bowman is they came out with a pre-order that it looks like it's ended, unfortunately. But Drew Jones is on the cover of basically all of the marketing for this product. He was the number 2 draft pick from last year's draft, and they've kind of changed how they've done it a couple times with like what players get included in Bowman draft and then which players get included in the next year's Bowman. It's kind of the same sort of scenario with the Topps flagship, like who gets included where. Like, I get it's all kind of marketing, and you want to include Drew Jones in this product because now he's like the standout player coming from this product. I'm looking for the design of the card actually too, because he has his card design has come out as well. And I think we have to do, I know there was, let me see if I can find the card design, but either way, as I'm looking for this. So, I understand that Drew Jones is going to be the one that's sort of driving the marketing for this product, but it's like, it almost makes it a little bit more confusing, in my opinion, when it comes to like which player, I guess, is like which players are in Bowman draft and then which players aren't. Like, I understand the configuration of Bowman more than I understand the configuration of like Topps flagship, because Bowman baseball is like a combination of international signees and then some of the players from last year's draft. And then it also has some rookie cards. But if you're really looking for like Bowman rookie cards, most of them are coming in Bowman Chrome, which comes out later on in the year because the whole product is Chrome, where in Bowman baseball, it's like a combination of Chrome and regular and the non-Chrome, which, a tip here, the Bowman logo here is how you're going to tell. I'm sure most of you that are watching this video probably already know that. But if the Bowman logo on the card is red, just for example, if you're looking on eBay and maybe the card's mislabeled or something along those lines, if the card logo for Bowman is red, that's going to be a paper Bowman. If the Bowman logo is blue, that's going to be a Bowman Chrome card. So, for example, Drew Jones is going to have first Bowman cards that are they're going to have the red logo. That means it's a paper Bowman. If it's blue, that means it's Chrome. Obviously, if you're pulling it out of a pack, you know that it's Chrome because you can tell it's shiny. But the configurations, like I said, Bowman baseball is an international signees. Some of the players from the previous draft. Drew Jones obviously was drafted in the last draft. But then you have the Bowman Chrome, which comes out, I think, in like October-ish towards the end of the season. That one's going to be all Bowman Chrome cards, and that one's kind of more rookie focused. There are probably some prospects that you can pull out of that product, but for the most part, you're going to find like rookies and veteran Bowman Chrome cards coming out of Bowman Chrome. And then Bowman Draft, which comes out in December, is going to feature, I believe it's the first and the third pick in the draft. So, like Jackson Holiday was the big name that was coming out of the last one because he was the number one pick, where Drew Jones, number two pick, he then gets put into Bowman Baseball the next year. I think in years past, depending on the players, they've changed it where some of the Bowman baseball or some of the Bowman draft has included the first three picks, which I almost feel like that's how it should be. I feel like Bowman draft should just, I get that it's marketing, but at the same time, I feel like Bowman draft should just be the top 5 picks. They're going to just get their first Bowman cards. And then maybe the Bowman baseball will just be all international signings, and then Bowman Chrome will be all rookies. Like I feel like that's how the boxes should be configured a little bit more. Now, obviously, I think that Drew Jones, I've been kind of following him since high school. I think he hit like 600 or something in his like senior year or like his last year before getting drafted. Something crazy. I mean, it was. I think I saw some like viral video of like the crowd chanting overrated, and then he hit a home run. I thought that was really funny. So like, I actually am pretty high on Drew Jones. I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up being sort of the next like Wander Franco when it comes to like the number one prospect. That's the number one prospect for a little bit, and then he gets a ton of hype coming into the league. I wouldn't be surprised if Drew Jones is like that next guy. I think it's at this point, it's pretty obvious that he is popular. Like you're not really going to be like Drew Jones. Have you heard of him? And like, if you're a Bowman fan or you're a prospector fan, you've definitely heard of Drew Jones. So it's not like you're ahead of the curve when it comes to if you want this card or not. But either way, I still think that he's probably going to be the prospect from this product that really drives the sales of this product. You know, his Bowman, his superfractor is going to be the one that once it gets pulled, or if it gets sent to PSA, that PSA is going to be promoting on their socials the same way that like when the Mayor superfractor got pulled and the Jason Dominguez superfractor got pulled. It's going to all be that type of stuff. So if you're interested in Bowman prospecting, all that kind of stuff, we got an exciting next couple weeks because baseball is getting started. I'm super excited, and I hope you are as well.